Hello and welcome to another Michigan Military Technical and Historical Society Museum vehicle restoration video. Been kind of quiet this summer. You haven't been doing a lot of videos. Really, a bulk of our vehicle stuff this year was getting the vehicles into the museum. So those of you who watch our old videos might recognize this spot here is where the CT6 used to live, under a bunch of car covers and blankets. We figured out how to get it into the museum, and we rearranged a bunch of stuff. So the bulldozer is in the museum, the CT6 is in the museum, and that Ford BNO 40 aircraft tug that we got from Yankee Air Museum is also in the museum, which pretty much leaves us with no more room for anything in there at the moment. But in the meantime, I want to introduce you to our new project here, our new vehicle. I've always said that my goal for the museum is to have one vehicle representing each decade. So we've got 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s represented. And this is going to be our representative for the teens, the World War I era. This is actually a 1923 Model T frame, but we're going to be building it as a 1917 U.S. Army Red Cross or Medical Corps vehicle. 1923 and 1917 fairly similar in many aspects. I'm still learning Model T stuff, so Model T guys can yell at me and tell me where I'm wrong, but when we're done, this will be a representative of a World War I Model T. This is really how they would have started. Only thing that was really used from Ford was the engine, basically from the cowl forward, axle, driveline, fuel tank. So we have all of the key parts. I have front fenders and running boards. They're upstairs in storage. The ones that came with this frame were pretty rusty and very, very bent. So I picked up a nice set of fenders, I picked up a nice set of running boards, and I have a really, really nice hood that I just picked up. Those are all upstairs in storage. This is a complete running, or not running, it is a complete drive line and running gear. The engine does not run. Tires are pretty. I also picked up 5 really nice rims. You can see these, somebody's been rolling this thing around with no tires on it, and they're pretty. I was told these are called clincher rims, and they get these sharp edges in them which chew up the tires, and these are really almost razor sharp. So I have 5 really nice ones that we'll be using. We have a whole nother engine over here, a bunch of wheels, and I've been collecting parts. We have a spare rear axle. You can see here the front axle is bent. Somebody, when they pulled this out of the farmer's field, they hooked onto the axle, pulled it out, and they bent the axle. So we have another axle over here, ready to go. Like I said, we've been collecting parts. And so you can kind of see, this is what we're planning on going with. We have 2 or 3 images of this truck or trucks in this same unit. You can see the Model T frame with a wooden box on the back. This was a U.S. Army Medical Corps vehicle in France in 1917. We have a really nice rear 3/4 shot of this truck, so we know kind of what the tailgate looks like. The nice thing about this picture is that because of the way it's shot, almost straight on, we know that we know this dimension, we know this dimension. So by measuring that, we've been able to kind of figure out how to scale everything else, and have been working on a set of drawings and what we're going to need to get as far as lumber to make the body. So my goal for this winter is to pull this engine out, or use this one of the 2 engines, whichever is the least damaged. There's an engine under that hood. Send those out, have them rebuilt. There's people in the Model T world that re-spoke the wheels, and so I'm going to send these wheels out and have them re-spoked and get the wheels done, get some tires on it. get this frame sandblasted, throw some paint on it, and then once we have that, we can start building, our body. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up soon. Our 1962 Ford M151 is over here. It's kind of at that, those of you who have done major projects like this know that you reach a point where you just don't want to look at it anymore. And that's kind of where I'm at with this one. It is torn down completely. It is pretty much ready to go off to sandblast. And then we need to figure out what body panels we need to get and start welding stuff in, cutting stuff out, welding stuff in. So right now it's just sort of sitting here. Don't mind all the junk. I'm doing a swap meet here in a couple of weeks, and I've been kind of using the M151 as a staging area for all of the stuff that I'm going to be taking to the swap meet to sell. So that's kind of what is sitting all around it. My swap meet table leaning over there, and just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll be there up at Bruce Post for the swap meet in 2-3 weeks from now, and hopefully we're coming back without all of this stuff. It'll all be gone, and I don't have to put it back away. So there's that. Hopefully I'll get some motivation again, and once this thing's cleared out after the swap meet. But it probably won't touch this again until next year, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I need to get it off to blast, and then once it goes to blast, you got to do something with it. You got to either paint it, prime it. So right now it's just sort of sitting here. I have been collecting parts, going out to various shows and things, and so I have some of the stuff that's missing. I've picked up drive shafts. I've got the front axle shafts. Just so once we actually get rolling on it, we should be able to actually roll on it, because we've acquired a lot of the bits and pieces that we need. So, and the same thing with this. Been doing a crash course introduction to the Model T world, meeting a lot of meeting a lot of people in the local Model T club, and they've been helping me and pointing me towards parts. So that's what we're at right now. So right now we're in the collection phase. This one is ready to go to blast and torn down. This one here I'm still tearing down. Right now I've sort of mocked it up like this so that I can do some measurements for invalidate my drawing here. But once I've done that, my next thing is pull this engine and get on the list for one of the local Model T engine rebuilding people, and hopefully be able to get that engine done this winter. So that's where we're at. So stay tuned. And again, we definitely need more room at the museum, and now that we own the building, we have a bunch of projects. So, please, you can give to the building fund, you can give to the vehicle fund. Go to the website. It's MIMTHS, Mike India Mike Tango Hotel Sierra.org. Or you can send us money via PayPal at MIMTHS@MIMTHS.org. Or, we take checks, loose change, pocket lint, all that good stuff. And if you haven't been to the museum yet and you're in the area, in the Detroit metropolitan area, come by and see us. We're open Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays 10 to 5, Sundays 12 to 4. We've got our winter lecture series ramping up. Take a look at our website and come on by and see the other vehicles that are in the museum. And if the weather's nice, maybe, I usually drive the Cut B up there, so you can maybe see that sitting out in the parking lot. All right, stay tuned. We'll see you all at the next time around. Bye.